that we may say that you are good, and all the miracles you've done has brought us joy. And we are blessed, and all the hope we have, we place in you right now. You are worthy, O Father, we declare that we love you. We declare an everlasting love for you. Idimma Chineke, idimma, idimma n'ezie, idimma, idimma Chineke mo, idimma, idimma n'ezie, idimma. Ibare Jesu, ibare o Baba, ibare Jesu, ibare o Baba, mojúbare o ọmọ Ọlọ́run, ibare o Baba, mojúbare o ọmọ Ọlọ́run, ibare o Baba. Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill across the globe, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is George ONYIBE. I hail from Agbo and Nyoma province, to be precise, Delta State, Biafra land. We understand the feeling. The people of Biafra have been a targeted species for extermination. We feel it. We feel the conspiracy. We feel the atmosphere wrapped up in misery. And somewhere along the line, within our heart, is embedded the solution that will change all this. But for one single reason, we've not been able to unshackle ourselves from this bondage. It's amazing. Generation after generation, for over 100 years, we are being defeated in the same field, in the same game, by the same strategy. This is the time the people of Biafra, whether you are from the south, whether you are from the southeast, whether you are carved into Kogi State, Edo State, you are carved into the state outside south and southeast, you are a Biafran, you know yourself. We keep saying it's a conspiracy theory until it happens. And in most cases, when it will happen, most of us will not be here. Our children will continue to struggle where we stop. It's amazing that in the present of the generation of 1967 and 1970, a people so enlightened, a people so advanced, a people so educated, what language will I use? They rubbished themselves on the same path we have found ourselves. And most of us feel somewhere we have to cover certain atrocities and then we can have our way. But we have seen how it's going to end. And none of you, majority of you, are not ready for the consequence. It is going to be a horrible day. And like Jeremiah said in Jeremiah chapter 20 verse 9, he said, I try to keep quiet, but his word is like a fire trapped in my marrow. So what do? We keep telling you, this is what is going to happen. this is what is going to happen. A lot of people have been carrying on a lot of activity trying to destroy that name Biafra. The name Biafra for a very long time was subdued because certain of Biafrans had gained access to political empowerment. And they feel that let's leave Biafra, because the Biafra would not have been comprised of Oduduwa and Arewa nation. And they wanted to build one Nigeria. These are Biafrans, so they were the first to relegate the name Biafra to the background, because this generation was able to clamor for independence, bringing about the creation of the Nigeria as you know it today. And one way or the other, it will be easy to control the Yoruba nation and the Arewa nation. And so that generation of Nnamdi Azikiwe and the like of Tafawa Balewa and Obafemi Awolowo head on to one Nigeria. But little did they consider the essence of allowing Nigerian to be economic gain for the colonial master, nothing more, nothing less. And within the first dispensation of the creation of Nigeria, what happened? It led to bloodshed. Most of these supposed founding father, all of them died. The ones that were not died were murdered. We cannot forget in a hurry that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe is the first president of Nigeria. We cannot forget that the first military president of Nigeria is Agun Yoronsi. We cannot forget at the end of the day what led Adakaburu to move a revolution even with few of his brother. We cannot sweep it under the same carpet that along the line Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu saw this truth and then he moved for the supposed Biafran war, Nigerian Biafran war. And then over 100 years we are still discussing this issue. The first dispensation, I will use that word, were hindered by us, we that are suffering, we that are bearing the brunt of one Nigeria. Because somewhere along the line, we must have our way. And then after the war, we have to start all over again. A generation of civilization, a generation of technical know-how, a generation of polished men and women. They did their best. But what they left is that all of them died with their integrity intact. Both the one they call saboteur, both the one they call butaswa, both the one they call good men and bad men. They died with dignity. And on that platform, we can come out and talk about this same Biafra. The Portuguese were the one who traded with the Biafran nation. And in the eras of the British and the France, the fear of the Portuguese made them to remove the name and supposedly gave birth to the amalgamation of 1914 that brought the formation of the creation of Nigeria. Our life was taken from us that day. No wonder Chinua Achebe said that in Biafra, African died. These are words for another day. The eras of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe is gone. The eras of people like Inahuru, they are gone. Agui Urunsi, Akanebiam, they are gone. And the eras of Din Chukwuemeka Odimegwu, their number are dwindling. Only few of them left. This is another generation. We came out here en masse because we knew the truth. And even those who do not have knowledge of this truth are influenced, controlled, even against their wish by this truth. People like us. We embrace the process. I never knew we could get to that stage. And I'm glad I was part of that process. we began to canvass. We began to campaign. This is not about hatred of anyone, because hatred don't drive us in the first place. This is about everybody returning to its former way God has placed us before Africa was invaded. We moved on. We continue to agitate. The Urobo came out. The Shekiri came out. The Isoko, the Ekpoma, the Awuchi, the Urumi, the Esako, the Idoma, the Egala, the Eyala, the Nombe, all of them came out. Ahoda, Abua, Ikwere, all of them, Iche. Everybody came out. And with our Igbo brothers, we made a move. Along this journey, gangsterism started. But don't say it. Please don't say it. It's evil. You can't say it. Along this line, nepotism started. Don't say it. Don't say it. We kept quiet. Along this very line, corruption became the order of the day. Don't say it. Don't say it. Because all of us believed that Nnamdi Kanu's supposedly leader is not aware. We kept quiet. We monitor. And today, we found out that there will be no gangsterism except Nnamdi Kanu initiated it. There will be no nepotism except they even divide the struggle between two major states within the Biafran territory. There will not be corruption except Nnamdi Kanu and his family member took complete control of everything. And every other person involved, where you just need to come. If you don't like, get out. And when you talk, they attack you. You are a saboteur, you are a criminal. Those of you on my Facebook, you think you are insulting me, you are insulting generation upon generation of unborn Igbos. And those generations will swear for your own lineage. Your own branch of Igbo, your own branch of Biafra, they will swear for them. We want peace. We want freedom. We clamor for justice, fairness and equity. When it became obvious Nnamdi Kanu was a criminal, a very criminal-minded individual, what did he do? He picked some of us he feared he cannot compromise. He took us to a shrine and gave us oath. We took the oath. After all, defending Biafra land is what we sign up for. But most of you did not. Most of you in time have tried to change this narrative, not under our watch. Nnamdi Kanu hired recruits, people like Simeon Ekpa, Idu Kingdom, Migodu, Ada Highway, lead them, hired so many people. And so Nnamdi Kanu hide behind and be deceiving himself. We know his relationship with Nigeria. We are watching. We know where they are leading to. China Sanwo-Olu can come out and be jumping up and down and be threatening Igbo people. We know where it's going to happen. But the reason why I am making this broadcast this morning is first of all to remind our people about the same mistake repeating itself. It happened to the generation of 1966, 67 to 70 rather. When Dean Chukwuemeka Odumegwu asked the Biafrans to return home, since Nigeria is no longer conducive for us to live. He was the governor of the Eastern region and influenced, let's say, 45%, if not 75% of the military arm of the Nigerian state. He could do anything. except he was betrayed by a cross-section of the same Nigerian state. And then majority of his failure amounted to this. Nigerian army recruits in Ondo State, between the boundary of Edo State and Ondo State, trying to cross down to Biafra land. And then you have the Biafran army who have been pushed back all the way from Sagamu down to around Agbo, back to Asaba. And then Ojukwu men regrouped there. And then you have another men, Nigerian army, regrouping in Ondo State. Do you know where is their battleground? Edo State. And now this is the point I want you to get. Because for some reason they hide some truth. But whether you hide it or not, it is too late to cry when the head is off. The war started. And now, as at that time, we have 5 regions in Nigeria. The Northern region, the Western region, the Middle Belt region, the Midwestern region, and the Eastern region. These 5 regions, 2 were controlled by Igbo men. Out of these 5 regions, 2 were controlled by Igbo men. You see, it was after the war, or about 3 months to the war, that Gowon began to create River State, Cross River State, begin to destroy every state, converting these 5 regions into 12 states. Why am I saying it? If Ogbomudia, and a car extraction of Igbo man, had worked with the Dim Chukwuemeka Dimegwu Ojukwu, I don't think they need anybody to interpret any conversation for them. I say Ogbomudia was the governor of the East Midwestern region. He's an Igbo man. Eka is an Agbo man. But we don't talk about it. People don't talk about it. And Ojukwu is an Igbo man. But Ogbomudia forbid Ojukwu. And he forbid Nigeria as well. And say, none of you will use my region to convert it to a battleground. Why would this be? Because overconfidence kills man monkey. Because sometimes you think you know it all, you can do it all. But when the time will come, you will understand that God that made the hand and give it 5 fingers is not a fool. As a result of protecting one's ego, proving we are who we are not, Ogbomudia will not allow Biafran army to have free access in Edo State. And the capital cannot be captured. And all of us are still suffering it today. What Anambra man, Enugu man is suffering today is what Edo State man is still suffering today. But then, if there were need to do this thing, Ojukwu would have gone to his brother. Because if Ojukwu can approach Achuze, if Ojukwu can approach Chukwuma Kaduna and Zogo, if Ohaneze Ndigbo, the first Ohaneze Ndigbo ever in the history of Ohaneze Ndigbo is Anyoma man, I don't think there were barriers in their relationship. Some of you in Igbo land, you are very wicked and you are criminal. You people masterminded this evil and you push a cross-section to it. And you people are still playing the underground game and we are watching you. But this time it will not work. And so Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, a humble man, I considered him. Because after he returned from exile, he did everything humanly possible to make his people feel at home. He thought he could guide them. The same group of criminals rubbished Chukwuemeka Odumegwu. The same criminals are still having a very feast day before our very lives. And so what happened? Millions of Biafrans died. The Igbos outside Southeast must stand up and get ready for what is to happen. Because most of you are losing your head already, but you don't know. What you don't know is bigger than you. The Igbos outside Southeast, of course, 90% of them have a mind of their own. The earlier we coordinate ourselves and call a spade, the better for all of us. Isiago community in Anyoma land, almost all their men were wiped out. You know, we only talk about Asaba massacre, Asaba massacre, Asaba massacre. There is a reason why you hear us talk only about Asaba massacre. Makanawu makife nwanne n'eme nwanne ya. But go and find out Isiago community. You will see. Almost all their men were wiped out by the Nigerian military. But you know Ghana say it, don't Ghana say it. The Igbos outside the Southeast, they don't lament, they don't talk. So it look like nobody died. And this is because you cannot be complaining that you have headache when there is a cure. You have the medicine at your disposal. You take the drug and let the headache go. We cannot be shouting, give us Biafra, give us Biafra. And we are the ones sitting on the progress of Biafra. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how you want to change this narrative. But I tell you, some of us have lighted a fire very close to the throne. And I'm very sure when it engulfs completely, it will take off that which you heard dear. We are here at the same time. Nnamdi Kanu saw money. He rolled out his bingo, zombies everywhere. They start killing Igbo people. Some Igbo people are deceiving themselves on social media. Nnamdi Kanu nwere ifome, Nnamdi Kanu nwere nkanka, Nnamdi Kanu nwere nkanka. Why are they begging for political solution? It is the right of Nnamdi Kanu to self-determination. It is the right of Nnamdi Kanu to agitate for Biafra. So why are you begging for political solution? Why are people in the Senate not speaking up? You see, the same problem is starting. What IPOB does is you give to Urobo people money. You give to Akwa Ibom money. The same way you hired in Shema. In Shema now, no more pay. I think we are getting the repercussion now. But in Shema don't speak for Akwa Ibom people. He don't speak for their people. I'm not even sure he knows the road to his father's compound again. As funny as it can be, that is the truth. My immediate younger brother, when he traveled overseas the first time, he spent 18 years. When he came back for the first time, he couldn't even leave airport. But I was the one that went to pick him and brought him home. And if this be possible, all these ones that have stayed abroad 30 years, do you think you still know your father's road to your father's house? But then we have to deceive ourselves on social media that we are looking for Biafra. Now the Kanu is digging a very dangerous grave for Igbo people. And Igbo people is deceiving all of you. You are fighting emotionally, sentimentally. We shall know who is deceiving who at the end. Because people like us, it's only the truth that brought us here, and only the truth will take us in. Somewhere Nnamdi Kanu deceive all of you. When he was first arrested, he was busy putting on what do you call it, Biafran uniform. Now, in his first appearance in court, he denied Biafra because he's a shareholder in the CD company. That cloth he wear is a shareholder. Nnamdi Kanu and his family have share in that company because they use different name. He's wearing Cindy. Is it Gucci or Cindy? And then he's deceiving you. Oh, and you are there shouting. DSS didn't allow him to change his clothes. Oh, they are suffering him. It's now for to catch Igbo man Mugu. He now say he want to wear Isiago. Governor Soludo went to meet him. He didn't wear Isiago. He wear football flan, which is also a shareholder. And this guy is making money on the expense of our people, and our people are shouting Biafra, Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu. The people of Biafra, wake up. The people of Biafra, wake up. Know the people that are with you and the people that are against you. This evil is clear to everybody. Nnamdi Kanu can shout on social media or radio Biafra and what may. But the truth remains that we must engage this process by way of telling ourselves the truth. We are talking about election. Everybody is campaigning for Peter Obi. And then we pray that our people will understand the position where we are. I'm not a politician. I don't intend to be one. And for the rest of my life, I won't even get PVC. I will not even get PVC. I judge ONYIBE. I won't even register for PVC. But that doesn't make me right. And I'm not asking you not to do the same. But I'm asking everybody to position yourself in such a way you believe that yes, we can change the whole scenario. Because this thing is getting tougher. And we are losing ground on a daily basis. Because we are busy deceiving ourselves. All you politicians supporting Nnamdi Kanu, where are your known gunmen? You common Igbo man, where are known gunmen? Okay, because almost Nnamdi Kanu group have been pushed out of the race. Unknown gunmen activity has come down. And you think we are fool? All of a sudden, no unknown gunmen. No unknown gunmen again. Who is deceiving who? Nkenjika, Kanjika. But you will not understand. Ndi wenyi jagwefa. Nkenjika. Let us apply our heart to reasoning and watch all these things. I look at some people, they think they are in a diaspora and they are going to mess our life up here on ground. You are making a mistake. And those of you here on ground, maybe you are illiterate, very ignorant. You have access to Facebook, you are doing Otimpu. Have you taken time to know how many people that I've killed? China Sanwo-Olu came out and told you, attack IPOB and you will get a bitter lesson. It's just telling you they want to kill some people again. But China Sanwo-Olu and Nnamdi Kanu, please bring your madness to Delta State. Because that is the level you people are taking the struggle to. China Sanwo-Olu, bring your people to Delta State. May God help all of you. Now, when are we going to understand that all of us are being sold and messed up. When are we going to understand this? There is a girl called Idira Gold. She has been kidnapped for so long. Why is IPOB not thinking about the release of Idira Gold? ONYIBE Biafra. The day we will publish the name of people who died, most of you will cry. And it's going to come. Let Nnamdi Kanu kill more. The people of Biafra, the time you have now, let us see if what they said is true. Never allow Igbo rule again. Let us watch if it is true. I don't contradict myself. Sometimes I speak in a language I don't expect you to understand. If indeed Naira is never allow Igbo man rule, that means Peter Obi may be wasting his time. But who am I to